welcome back to Get Cooking with Rev. I'm Rev. Today we're going to be cooking pizza dogs. What's a pizza dog? Stay tuned to find out. A little bit of a break from the normal intro, so let's take a look at the ingredients we're going to need. First up, we're going to need some hot dogs. This is a pack of 24. I'm only going to end up using about 8 of these. Next item, hot dog buns, 8 of them. Next item, it's a pizza dog, so you're going to need pizza sauce. Next item, it's a pizza, so mozzarella cheese or Italian blend, whatever you got. Next item, pepperonis, any kind will do. These are Hormel turkey pepperonis, just because they were the cheapest ones I could find. And last but not least, a couple of cheese sticks. The string cheese, you know what they look like. And that is it. Let's get started. Okay, over to our oven. We want to preheat our oven to 350 degrees as usual. That'll be ready in 6 minutes. And in the meantime, let's prepare our pizza dogs. Alright guys, this is a fairly simple, fairly quick recipe. While your oven's preheating, you're going to open your hot dogs. You are going to take out, we're going to start with 4, we're going to do a total of 8. So we're going to start with the 4. You're also going to need your string cheese. Rip one of these off. Open it up. Alright. Now you got your string cheese out, set your hot dogs aside. You want to quarter your string cheese, so you're going to slice it once vertically. If you can, this one's fighting me a bit. Like so. And then you want to cut each of these in half again. Or at least try to. Like so. You can do it with halves if you want. Last time I did it with halves, it was a bit too much. But I'm going to show you the next step. So now you're going to take one of your hot dogs and you're going to slice it down the center, not all the way through, just enough to where you can kind of open it and create a little pocket like that. There's still a little bit of skin holding it, as you can see. You're going to take one of your quarters or a half if you want, put it in just like that. Now, the original recipe that I'm going off of did show using halves last time. Like I said, I used a half and it ended up being a bit too much. It didn't fully melt in the oven like it was supposed to. So just so it's not overpowering, I'm doing quarters. Just like so. And last one. Alright, so there's that. Now we're going to do 4 more of these off camera and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, so there we have our 8 hot dogs ready to go. Our oven's done preheating, that's good. Next item up, we're going to need our hot dog buns. And we are going to use all 8 of these. I'm going to do them 4 at a time again, just because they come out in 4s, basically. Okay, so we're going to set our hot dogs aside for a minute. We're going to get our baking tray. Okay, so we're going to take one of our hot dog buns, open it up like so. Take one of our hot dogs, place it inside like so. Place it on the rack like so. I'm going to do this with all 8 of these. Try to leave a little bit of space between them. They probably won't be able to get too much because this tray is kind of small, but do the best you can. If you can't get any space between them, don't panic. Just put them on there however you can. Alright, there's 4. Alright guys, I apologize. I screwed up. So I filmed a video yesterday and I offloaded the footage onto the computer and for some reason didn't delete it off the camera, and I thought I did, so I started filming this. Thought the camera was clear. It wasn't, so you just missed the last step. So basically I got my 4 hot dogs in their buns. Then we took our pizza sauce and a tablespoon, that's a larger spoon, And we did roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons on each one. Just kind of spread it evenly over. You're going to end up with a little bit left over, no big deal. I'm just glad I saw that the camera wasn't recording before I moved on to the next step. So the next step, you want to take your mozzarella or Italian blend cheese. You just want to grab a pinch of it and sprinkle it across the top of each dog. One pinch should be more than enough for each dog. If it doesn't look like it's quite enough, a little tiny pinch. Just don't overdo it. You'll probably have a lot of cheese left over after this, so it's no big deal. And while I was filming that previous segment, our oven did finish preheating. So it is ready to go once we're done with this last couple steps here. I did end up rearranging the hot dogs a couple times. I was trying to fit them, all 8 of them on here. I had them another way, and then they were just kind of all leaning over like this one is right now, which you don't really want, so I kind of repositioned them to where they were tighter together, just so we weren't overusing sauce and whatnot. Our last one here. And like I said, I got quite a bit of cheese left over, so if any of these look a little thin, go ahead and give them another little pinch, but they all look good to me. Alright, next step here, in case you don't know how to make a pizza, is you want to put on your toppings. In this case, we're using pepperoni. If you don't like pepperoni, you want to use a different topping, go for it. I don't care, but the recipe says pepperonis. So we're going to place 3 pepperonis, just like so, across the top of each of these. Because that's about all you can fit on each one is 3. Get a few more here. If you feel like you can fit more on there and you want to, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But as you can see, 3 looks fairly good. Like so. And as you can see, you still got quite a bit left in the bag, so if you wanted to make this again or double up your batch, most you would probably need is maybe another jar of sauce, cheese. If I had more buns, I could probably do about 2 more, maybe 3. But I don't think I could do more than that. So right now we got 8, which is what you normally get in a pack. Okay, so there's our pizza dogs. Now these go in the oven at 350 degrees for roughly 20-30 minutes-ish. You basically just want the pepperonis to get cooked up, the cheese to melt, and the sauce and hot dog to get cooked through, the buns to get a little bit toasted, the string cheese in the middle to melt. But yeah, roughly about 20 minutes. The original recipe didn't tell me a time. I cooked these before and just kind of checked them after about 20 minutes, maybe 30, and they were good. So these are going to go in the oven, and I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. Alright kids, I'm not sure exactly how long it's been. I actually lost track of time. So these are done. Let me pull them out of the oven and show you what they look like. Alright, so there you have it. You got your pepperonis kind of shriveling up on the sides a little bit. Your cheese is starting to toast. Your dog buns are nice and crisp. That's what you want. Hot dogs look like they're plumping up a little bit. So we call that done. It's about 20-ish minutes. I think I stuck them in at 45 after. It might be a little bit closer to 30 minutes. Like I said, just check them every 15 minutes or so. Once they look about like this, go ahead and pull them out. What you're basically looking for is that cheese to start crusting. As you can hear, the hot dog buns are nice and crispy. Hot dogs are warm to the touch. Pepperoni is starting to toast. So that's what you're looking for. Whenever they look like that, go ahead and pull them out. 15, 20, 30 minutes. And there you have it. You have pizza dogs. So let me grab a plate. I'm going to let them sit for about 5 minutes before I try and take them off of here. So I'll be back in a couple minutes and we'll plate these up and then we'll give them a try and see what we think. Alright, so it's been about 5-10 minutes. about 10 minutes, and these should be cooled enough to now get off of here. I was going to say if you wanted to spray the tray with some non-stick cooking spray before you put them on here, that probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, but honestly they don't look like they're sticking too bad. They're more sticking to each other than to the tray. So now I'm going to slide this over if I can. And here is our pizza dog. And I'm going to slice it in half just to see if the mozzarella stick inside melted properly. So first we'll get a picture like that. So I got something to pull from for the thumbnail. Now let's see if we can give this a slice without completely destroying it. And there you can see that mozzarella stick, nice and gooey, which is what we want. Alright, now I'm going to move over to the table and we'll try this out. Alright guys, so here we are at the table. Sorry I can't seem to get the angle of this thing right to where you can see the plate and me in the same shot, but as you can see we got our pizza dog here. And I'm going to take a bite out of this and see how it tastes. Cheers. Alright, I don't know how many of you guys saw that, but that's the perfect example of why you don't want to overdo it on the sauce, because that just shot right through the bottom of the bun. But aside from that, it is delicious. Definitely recommend this one. It's quick, it's easy, kids will love it. Might recommend eating it with a fork just to be safe. The hot dog's not quite up to my level of warmness that I like, so maybe another 5 minutes in the oven would have been good, but otherwise everything else on it is perfect. The cheese is melted just right, the pepperonis are nice and toasted, the bun's nice and toasted, the mozzarella cheese inside is melted this time. Like I said, the only thing, hot dogs were a little bit underdone. Actually, if you want to cook the hot dogs like in a frying pan or something and then cut them open and then put them in the oven just to finish all and just to melt the cheese and everything and finish it, that might work too. But in the meantime, I'm still enjoying it. So that's it for this episode. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys make this or try it, leave me comments, send me photos on Instagram. I'd love to see your guys' take on it, what you thought of it, and send me photos or whatever. I'll definitely shout you out in the next video. In the meantime, again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are down in the description. And until next time, get cooking.